Namaskar. I'm Kumar Rakesh and you're watching Global Governance News TV. Today news just Congress, Corona, politics and Modi government and China, um, India, Bharat is far ahead from many countries, including China, to control COVID-19. As we know it, COVID already uh, spread by China, already proven with many sources, many news. Nobody can deny it. Now, China has caught himself in his own web. Now, this is a what is the truth? Truth must prevail as we know it. How? And this is a age of the global economy. World is struggling in the war of Ukraine, stagflation risk, worried about impact of another COVID-19 outbreak in China. Every day, chain lakhs cases. Not easy. And according to expert, by next week, 2.5 crore people will be affected by COVID. This is total failure of the Chinese government, Chinese administration, China politics, and failure of Xi Jinping. That is leader. They can't save his public. Public annoyed on the road now. No hospital, no facility, no arrangement, and just crematorium, full waiting and waiting and waiting. And but Bharat is cautiously optimistic that and it is said the Bharat economy will help to avoid any large scale destruction. And if you think, sir, the newly appointed FICCI chairman Subhrkant Panda in a statement, there is no need of panic in the but alertness is certainly called for. That the Bharat economy and corporates have been deft and resilience of withstand short and sharp disruption in global supply chain. And but India Health Secretary has reportedly written states to keep an eye to genome sequencing of new cases to see if there is a mutation. And according to Panda, I don't think there is panic, but alertness is called for. That is already, uh, yeah, uh, government of Bharat is already just on alert. Chinese cities reportedly tracing wave of COVID-19 city cases after Beijing loosened the COVID zero protocols and kept the pandemic at bay. If turns out a new outbreak, movement restriction would follow, derailing the pickup in the Chinese economy, key pillar of global growth and manufacture to the world, and disruption to export may result shortages that could drive up inflation internationally. This is a fact, nobody can deny it. If you see the Bharat perspective, Bharat economy and corporates are very silent. And now we have just managed many way. So we can understand just COVID cases have surged in China after government decision to lift a raft on strict restriction, including quarantine and isolation protocols that largely insulated in countries 1.4 billion people from the worst impact of pandemic. So, as the government of Bharat is doing, is a very brilliantly they have handled, and more than I think 95% has taken the double dose, and but more than 20 to 23% has taken the booster dose. In the last 4 days, booster dose is whatever rate of the 20,000. Now it's increased to 57,000 per day. So people is now and people also alert mode if you see like that. So how the vaccination drive, the we have done it, Bharat has done it far ahead so many countries. And if you see the effectiveness of the vaccine is also more powerful. Our vaccine, Covaxin, if you see like that, our vaccine is more powerful than any uh, any vaccine of that country. Moderna and Pfizer, but Covishield and Covaxin is more effective, um, uh, 71 to 72%, and Moderna is 73, and Sinovac, the Chinese vaccine, only 37% effective. So those countries who had just taken the Chinese vaccine are just really uh, in so sad mode. How what they are so confused now. There are words of the collapse now. So due to that, the poor quality of vaccine, the credibility of China is going down now. So there is nothing big than life. Life is always should be to be taken care. Even they are not able to save the lives of their public, his public. What can they for the world? And just the coronavirus and really surged in China and according to top Chinese health official, China is facing first of three possible waves of the COVID infection this winter. So removal of the most severe restriction COVID ban earlier this month, the country is witnessing an increase in COVID cases. Cases have the increased due to shortage of COVID-19 tests also. According to report that next few months, China 800 million people may get infected. It had been said the report in 2023 more than 1 million people may die due to use increase in cases of COVID in China. I think this is a very poor calculation and analysis. It may be double or triple. I think so. So whatever they are trying to analyze, I don't know what's problem. So today in the cabinet decision, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has they extended the free ration to the public under Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana in the cabinet meeting due to see the upsurge in the corona. But Bharat is on alert mode. But we have to take the care for the public and also as I think so. We should not worry, but we should be alert, and we are in alert mode now. B57 variant, China having most COVID outbreak, a daily infection rise records 37 million deaths to 5,000. So it is infected week, and according to estimate, 2.5 crore will be affected by next week. So whatever reports claim 5,000 COVID death, I think maybe 10 times, maybe. How China is trying to um, uh, keep secret. But our Union Health Minister of Bharat, Mansukh Bhai Madhya, on Friday and last today advised the states and unitaries to undertake the mock drill across all health facilities on December 27th to ensure readiness of infrastructure with a specific focus on oxygen plants, ventilators, logistic, and human resources during a virtual meeting with the health ministers and senior officials of states in view of the recent surge in coronavirus cases in some parts of the world. So he said the center and states need to work in tandem and in a collaborative spirit that was done during the previous surge of COVID prevention and management. So this is really high alert for the every Bharatiya and not overeat the officers have started to celebrate Christmas, but that should be controlled. So, Union Health Minister Mansukh Madhya appealed to the people to take care of coronavirus, not to increase with celebrating Christmas. He has appealed to follow the COVID protocol. He said we are all taking necessary precautions. At present 82% of total corona case in 10 countries of the world. Japan, China are leading it. The China 1% affected the coronavirus infect 16 people. So after discussing the virus, health expert Ministry of Health has also said corona is increasing in area where vaccination is low and minimal, where the immunity of patient is reduced. Union Health Minister Manvia soon meet all health minister of all states. All these are going to discuss on what should check in care of corona has started to increase again in the world, and also there will be a discussion about the solution plan. So check the advisory, the government on fight the deadly virus, mask and social distancing, random testing, and entry of subvariants, registration of getting booster dose increases now, and avoid gathering, doctor consultation, Travel restrictions is at present no, but needle-free vaccine is already come on. So that nasal vaccination is going to given. So there is so many arrangements, but China is failure in all manners, we can say. And we'll just talk the more data time of break. So I'll tell you how the Mr. Rahul Gandhi Congress and playing politics with the corona, and how he's trying to abuse the prime minister. That is not a culture of, it should not be culture of any political parties, as I understand. So time of break. After break, I'll just come to you again. Welcome after break. Just we are discussing about the all the code. Actually, just you see the comparatively data. How I also discussed the role of the WHO. Really, that is so partial role. How we had supported China due to this uh, just I think with vested interest role of WHO and DG. Last time, the former president of USA, Mr. Donald Trump, had stopped the funding to the WHO. Once everyone is saying WHO name is the Wuhan Health Organization. What is the reason behind it? There is reason how just they are paying the donations, whatever the model of the United Nations has with the all the countries that just donate and contribute to running this world organization with all the help of the different contribution. So on that part, China is number two after USA on contribution part. So on that part, that time the WHO DG played a big role. That was not, but so you should not do partiality what they have done. So if you see the figure, which country, how much the donation and contribution to United Nations WHO, the part of the United Nations. So Germany is 240 CR INR, and USA is a 96 crore INR. France is 174 crore INR, and China is 472, and Japan is 339, but Bharat is only contributing 34 crore. So they can try to ignore, but they can't ignore the power of Bharat. They can't ignore the culture of Bharat. They can't ignore the special the impact, the power of vaccine of Bharat, how the Bharat distributed vaccine to the more than 100 countries, and our vaccine is more powerful now with WHO in the dock now. What they'll do now? How they'll certify themselves, and on what purpose? This is matter of concern for every member of WHO. How WHO was playing in the hand of China, how with the um, with the connivance of China, how is playing to just for to curb down the Bharat. Should be or should not be. So this is a really matter of the great concern for any developed country and developing countries. And matter of the booster dose, many countries has they're taken the booster dose, but maximum booster dose was in Japan, but now mostly infected Japan. So due to, as you can say, the China vaccine, just in China, they are claimed the 58% booster dose. America, 34, and Germany is 77. But Germany is still affected now. The Brazil, Germany, Japan, Korea, France are mostly affected. So our booster dose is more Germany, the number one, Japan, number two, Germany, and number three, China and Brazil, 58%, 57%. Bharat has just also just taken the people was ignoring now, but last 4 days, the every day 20,000, 40,000 uh, person are going to take the booster dose. I think due to fear of the COVID. So I can understand. One thing that I say on the Congress politics and how the Rahul is playing, this is not good. So how he's blaming and just saying uh, PM about PM. So we can understand how Mansuba might be already said and sent the advisory, or he is just blaming his Bharat Joro Yatra is so successful, so they are trying to uh, stop our yatra. But why are you taking the leave for 25th December to 3rd January? What's the reason behind it? Just to spend the holiday? You are doing picnic and just Jodo. How many person you have added? And you should go yatra on the election states. What are the last election held? Why Gujarat and Himachal? Why don't you go organize the Bharat Joro in Gujarat and Himachal? What's the problem in that? Only just to counter to and just oppose to any person without any reason? Mr. Rahul Gandhi. So try to understand sensitivity. Why your chief minister, Shukhu, Himachal chief minister, got positive with the or many leaders when just handshake you and just hugs you. There is no comment of any Congress leader. Whether Rahul Gandhi is tested now or not? Why not tested? If tested, send the report or tweet the report. Many question. In Hindi is a proverb, "Ghar mein nahi daane, amma chali bhunane." What nonsense just trying to play. And health ministry and health secretary, health minister has written letter to all the states to take the precautions. Social distancing, just they are all saying if you just obey the protocol, that's good. You carry on your yatra. Why BJP will stop your yatra? I think Rahul Gandhi is good for BJP growth. He should stay. That Rahul Gandhi should make the president of Congress. And then just you see how the figure of BJP will increase. Try to understand. Analyze this by statement. So thank you very much. And we'll meet again. And take care. Uh, just obey all the guidelines and uh, take the you wear mask, make social distancing, use sanitizer. That is important for anyone. Thank you very much.